I'm going to talk about 3 chemicals in our body that affect our weight: insulin, leptin, and dopamine. When we have knowledge why our chemicals in our body are being affected by eating too much sugar and flour products, we become more motivated to change and maintain our lifestyle of eating well. How does eating sugar and flour on a regular basis block our weight loss? Can you relate to any of these questions? Do you have times throughout the day that you feel weak and shaky and you need to eat right away? This happens when we consistently eat sugar and flour products. This means insulin is fluctuating, causing an imbalance of high and low blood sugar. Of course, this can lead to hypoglycemia, which means we feel weak and shaky. When we avoid or eat less of these products, there is a balance of blood sugar. Another question: do you feel like you can't seem to satisfy your hunger? Do you graze continuously throughout the day and ask, why am I still eating? I think we've all experienced this at one level or another. The hormone responsible for this is leptin. Leptin hormone signals the brain to stop eating. When insulin levels are elevated from eating too many sugars, it blocks leptin from reaching the brain. Thus, the brain thinks the body is hungry. There's no signal, and thus it takes more food to taste and feel satisfied. When leptin is working right, you will eat a meal and feel satisfied. You're done. Another question is, do you have overpowering cravings or binging on foods? Do you eat but don't get the pleasurable sensation? Do you crave for something but don't know what you want? The neurotransmitter responsible for this is dopamine. Now, the job of dopamine is to feel pleasure with our food. When we consistently eat sugar and flour products, the dopamine receptor sites become downregulated, meaning the receptor sites have a decreased capacity to receive the dopamine it needs in order to do its job. Thus, we don't experience pleasure with our food, which leads to increased craving and eating higher amounts of sugar in order to feel pleasure. When we avoid sugar and flour, our dopamine receptors are healthy. They become healed and they receive dopamine. Thus, we experience that pleasure when we eat and there are no cravings. In conclusion, there's a big price that we pay when we consistently eat sugar and flour products. The price we pay is fluctuating blood sugars, weight gain, times of hypoglycemia, not feeling satisfied because the leptin levels are being affected, and sugar cravings because dopamine levels are affected. Knowledge is empowerment. Now we have the knowledge, and it's always a choice.